Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be reviewing a book today called The Land, Founding a Lit RPG Saga. Chaos Seeds, Book 1. So if you see me look down, I'm going to be reading off of my phone. It's a lot to reiterate. So firstly, it's written by Aleron King. It was narrated by Nick Podell. The length is about 9 hours and 49 minutes. Here's the brief description of it. Tricked into a world of banished gods, demons, and magic, Richter must survive the perils of the land and begin to forge his own kingdom. Every action he makes seems to spawn more enemies. However, with powerful creatures and factions now hellbound on Richter's destruction, can Richter forge allegiances to endure the trials before him, or will he fall to the dark denizens of the ancient and unforgiving realm? When choices are often a shade of gray, how will Richter ensure he does not become what he seeks to destroy? Book 1 of an 8 series that will amaze and delight you for weeks. Okay, so I've read a majority of the books already, or listened to them, and it's a lit RPG is a totally different. It's a new genre of book that's coming out. You're in a game, so we're in this. It's like we're being in this regular world, and the next thing you know, you're sucked into a game. Kind of like if you've watched Sword Art Online, the anime. You're just dropped into a game, and you can't get out. You have no clue how you're getting there. But in this case, he's been summoned by these banished gods who don't even seem to be in the world that he's in. So it's interesting, you know. He lands in it, and it's kind of, you know, it's your fantasy book. Normal guy drops into a world, and here he is. He's surrounded by elves, dwarves, and gods, demons, undead. Just a whole other world of creatures, and there's always new creatures popping up. The pros of this book are going to be, you know, it is an adventure. You get to see or hear a lot of, you know, character twists. There's a lot of character development. It really specifically focuses on, you know, the action. So it's consistent action, you know, going to a dungeon, defeating a monster, saving a girl, doing this, getting new powers. So that part's really fun. There is an interesting part that I didn't know how to take at the beginning, where you know, you're in a game and it goes over his stats. So you'll be in the middle of a sentence and it'll stop and say you have a prompt, or he has a prompt in his window of focus, and it'll pop up and say strength increased by 570 points, mana increased, you know, by 570 points, or, you know, your friend is increased in their strength, or you're in a war party, and things like that. And that it's a really good book. The story is really fun. That sometimes takes away from the moment, but you learn to love it because you get to actually see how much they grow on a numeric level. And, you know, once you hear the points, you're like, oh, well, cool. That means he's not going to get his ass kicked so badly now that he's gained some kind of power. Now, it does get annoying sometimes, but it's still pretty cool. Aleron Kong really did a good job with this series. I listened to this series in a couple, you know, probably like 4 or 5 days. You know, I have so much time. So if anybody's honestly wanting to try something new in the fantasy realm, try this book out. I'll leave a link in the description to Audible to get it, and just know that it's pretty cool. And Nick Podell, he did a great job enacting the characters. Like he like his voice acting is phenomenal. At the beginning, it kind of takes you back. You're kind of like, wait, am I being read a book about, you know, business and marketing? Because it's kind of, at the beginning, it's a little tone deaf, but then then it really takes off. The voices, the characters, they're really good. So honestly, on a rating of books, because this is in its own genre and it's the first of its kind that I've listened to, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10, just because it's the first of its kind. So I'll be reviewing the other ones and I'll tell you how they go. But so far, you know, it was really good. So keep it up, Aleron, and hope you guys enjoy the book. Thanks. Bye.